right? Oh, okay. Oh, no, you good, Tim. And then you also type MA. You hit the enter button. Then you come right over here. You see where I got the cursor? And then the EMA I put on 4. If I go to input, I'll change the color so I can see. Let's say I'm gonna paint it black. Okay? And then I come over here and then I make it bold, as bold as it can be. And then I press OK. Right? Then I come back over to the second one. And then I'll change that color to the fuchsia color. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll come back over here to inputs and I'll change this. Yeah, I'll leave that at 50. I press OK. So now my black line is the 4. So I'm only concerned about where the 4 is going. Is the 4 crossing my 50? Is it going to the upside or is it going to the downside? Easy, right? Okay, all you got to do is watch where the 4 is actually going. So the 4 crossed the 50 on the higher time frame, which is the 1 hour, okay? And you can also do the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. All right? So for instance, we're on the 1 hour right now, and then we can count how many pips in a market execution cell. So that means go into your phone or onto your computer, get to your platform, and just hit sell. It should say market execution, just hit sell after this has occurred, and let's just count the amount of pips. At the low, what was that? 60? About 60 pips at the low. Yes?
You entering into this trade at the moment they cross?
As soon as they cross. I would do a couple of other indicators, but as soon as they cross, and I saw this little doji candle. This.
You can, I'll drop them.
Right. As soon as I saw this candle right here, that let me know that price was not strong.
I'm gonna bring it up. Bring it up.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you good. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. That let me know that this. Oh wait, till you finish. All right, you good. This right here candle let me know that it wasn't strong enough to push back up here. Because anytime you see a candle like this, which is a doge, yes.
And how does support and resistance like coincide with the 4 and the 50?
Well, you have to know where it has actually stopped at, and then you have to know your different levels of support and resistance in order to figure out where it's going to stop, where it's going to turn around. I use other additional indicators that I don't have as much time to show you all today, because if anybody has looked at what I do, I mark up the charts a lot. I have a lot of indicators on, but we're going to teach y'all to do something simple, okay? I'm going to teach you this strategy, but we're going to make sure that you understand here and then show you the software that actually gives you the actual trade. And all you got to do is just go through the steps and validate that the trade is good and just place it. All right, so I just want to show y'all this right here. So it came up here, it wicked. It wasn't strong enough to be a candlestick like this. To show.
I'm bringing it closer. I know I'm terrible, but
Nah, go ahead.
I just want to make sure everyone in the back can see.
Can y'all see that?
Jacket.
All right, so this wasn't strong enough right here. So at this point, I would have entered a sell either here or here when it pushed back off this line right here. Which is, what line is this? What number of line is this?
Four.
The 4. I'm only concerned when this line right here crosses this line. Okay? And so
I didn't do that. I don't know.
it's gone. Oh,
Yeah, it
you gotta tighten it up.
it just refreshed itself. But I'm not sure what you said. It wasn't.
4 coming to, nah, that's not it.
Let me minimize it. You're getting hazed right now.
Right. Right.
Your first day up on the front. You want to know how good you want it. How good you are.
Yeah, right here. So at this,
Lord Jesus.
so at this point, right here, I'm gonna fly in for a cell. Okay? And you stay in the cell until she gets either all the way back up here or until you notice support. A lot of wick touching, it doesn't have any more gas, you can close that trade out. Okay?
Absolutely.
Alright, so a lot of, that way, going that way.
You want to go back to the past?
Yeah, no, going
the
back to the
future.
current price, towards current price where it's crossed. Keep going. Alright, right here. At this point, right here, what are you doing?
No.
Hands here.
Cross.
What are we gonna do here? Right,
I have a question.
yes.
So, just so I understand, so anytime, so when price goes under the 50, like if it goes under the water, we're looking for sell opportunities.
Right,
And when price comes back above the water, then we're looking for
buy
buy
opportunities.
opportunities. Everybody
Right.
understand that?
You're correct.
So, also what you should notice here is the distance between the 4 and the 50. The greater the distance, the greater they're spread out, the more pips you're gonna get.
Right.
Let me ask you a question for a newbie. I noticed a break and retest when that line
Right.
crosses. So are you looking for that as well?
Yeah, so breakout retest, if you see a wick like this to the 50, she's going back to the opposite direction. That's my foot doing what to the floor? Stomping the floor. I'm not going back down to the next floor, I'm going up.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Is that why the wick is so long?
Well, that could be the broker throwing the wick, trying to hit somebody's stop. Okay? The market make it, because they could have been stop hunting at that point. Anybody else?
The wick is simply what, exhaustion?
Yes. Price tried to go down there, they couldn't keep it, and the buyers pushed it right back up. So the sellers tried to push it down here, and the buyer said, nope, we're gonna close right here. So you have more buyers than sellers at that point in the market, driving it back up. And there it goes. Buyers took control. Yes.
Okay, so, question, yeah, right there, Medina. Once it comes down, right, we're at that first point where you're standing up all the way down to the red, and then you have that doji style candle, the green one, right next to it. And then it kind of goes in like a little bit of a consolidation thing.
This here?
Yeah, before it pushes down any further.
Mhm.
So would it be safe to get out like at the end of that first push?
Yeah, well, you could get out right here if you wanted to. Well, right here, it came up and pushed down here. You could have got out here if you wanted to. It's strictly based upon what you want to get out of the market. Don't be greedy. Yes.
I would say I wouldn't get out there too, because if you look at the distance between the 4 and the 50,
They
it's
so spread apart. I
Um,
would stay and ride until it get close again. Until it starts squeezing here and this starts getting close to here, I'm thinking about getting out at that point. But as
Okay.
long as they are further apart like this,
uh-huh.
I'm probably gonna stay in and let it ride.
That's good information.
Yes.
What kind of stop loss or something like that, 1 hour, 4 hours?
You probably wanna trail it. Cause you don't know how, excuse me?
What does that mean?
Oh, you place it. You place a
Oh,
trailer stop.
so Keith usually has, right. So I'm gonna help you out with that.
Yeah, yeah.
So Keith typically trades and works with more advanced individuals. So we're gonna continue to help
Help
Keith
him
with
dance
the basics. So look.
He's gonna make me open my can.
Here's our. I'm sorry. So here's our rule here in the center. New people, right? This is the first time that you've ever heard of Forex. We just learned how to even spell foreign exchange just a few hours ago, right? If he's well over your head, just somebody just like, look, this is where we are. First and foremost, we're showing some strategies. Once you go through the basics, this will make much more sense. Number one, so if it seems intimidating, relax. It felt like this for all of us. Number two, we're going to show us. He's going to get to a point where we show you a really a scanner that does all this work for you. So he's doing all of this, so that way if you want to be independent and do this on your own, you can do that. But some of us don't want to do all of that. Some of us say, look, show me what button to click and show me how to use the scanner, and we're going to show you how to use the scanner in a second. But right now we just teach an education on a methodology of when the 4 and the 50 crosses, what the potential is, okay? And where you can make money in the market. So we just want to show you, based on the trend, if it crosses, if it's, you should be looking for buying opportunities. If it crosses, you could be looking for
Selling opportunities.
for buying opportunities. All right. The second thing is, Lori, what was your question? How do you? What is a trailing stop loss?
Like typically for his risk personally, because everybody's different as far as their risk level, but where would you put your stop loss?
So what is a stop loss? And then
Okay, got it. So what a stop loss is your protection, okay, in the market. So you're not risking more than what you're willing to lose, okay? So what a trailing stop actually does, it actually trails, okay, for instance, let's say I'm the trailing stop. Matheno is the actual trade, right?
Price.
He's actually the price, the trade.
Right.
He's the trade that's moving. Okay, as he continues to move further, and let's say I'm at a trailing stop of 15 pips, I'm going to follow him for 15 pips. So as he continues to walk, I'm going to walk. As he continues to walk, I'm going to walk. He continues to walk, I'm going to continue to walk. The minute he starts turning around and coming to me, I'm not going to move. Now, from where I was to here is all profit. I'm not moving. Until he comes back and touches me, I'm still in the trade. If he comes back and touches me, I'm out of the trade, and I profited from here to there while you were wherever you were. Sleep, vacation, with the kids, whatever the case is. That's what a trailing stop does.
How do you set
Yes.
that?
You have to set that from your laptop. You can't set that from your phone. A trailing stop. And I'll show, yes. I'll take you, Ron, and then you. Yes.
Okay, so just a warning with the trail stop though. If you do it on your computer, it's basically essentially like a program on your computer talking to your broker. So if you lose power to that source,
Okay.
your trail stop will no longer be active.
Right.
So please know that if something happens to that trail stop on your actual computer, you're no longer protected. You need to manually close that trade out or be watching your trade. And then 2, if you can do it from your phone as well, but that's a manual process as well. So as price goes down 10, you need to go back in your phone and drop it down 10. Or if you're in a sell or up, whatever. But same thing, if it goes down 20 and you wanna drop it down 20, then you need to manually go in and do that every single time. But you can do it from your phone as well. But that if your power or something is lost to your computer, your trail stop will be lost. Do not leave that trade open. If you can go to sleep, that's fine,
You
but.
put the stop loss from your phone, not the trailer.
Computer can't go to sleep.
You put the regular stop from your phone and just move the stop.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah,
Physically
I
move
think
the
that might
stop.
be the truth too.
Yes, Ron.
Yeah, you can't like close it and like go
Let
away
me-
for forever.
Just based off of best practice, just be mindful that sometimes in the live market, you don't want to jump in or use that theology when the candles cross. You want to make sure that that line actually crossed. Because sometimes the candle will cross and the line hadn't crossed yet, and really it's a bounce instead of a cross.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Secondly, I just wanted to kind of, based off of best practice, because of the cross, just make sure that, and this is kind of what I do 10 pips or 5 to 10 pips above that line. Because if it fakes out, you only lost 10 pips. So just keep that in mind.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so outside of the trailing stop, I was just trying to figure out how you actually come up with where you want to place your stop loss at.
So it's all dependent upon your risk level. So if I'm going in a sell right here and the trade's down here, I would probably place my stop maybe here or maybe at the top of this here candlestick here, because I don't expect price to come here and then shoot all the way back up to the last.
But what made you think
Hi.
that came,
Because price normally doesn't come back above the last, area
Last turn low.
of resistance. Yes, Jay.
And if I kind of clarify when you was talking about the trailing stop, the trailing stop is pretty much just like a safety net to secure what you've already won without losing it by, you know, it going backwards. So you kind of keep your gain without losing as much. Correct?
Yes. Who, somebody else had a hand, yes.
When you trailing, I mean, how close should you be? Is this tailgate, or we need to give them some space?
Give it a little space, give it a little
Okay,
room
and what's
above the
What's the
lap.
indicator for that?
Yeah,
How
second.
much? What's the indicator for how close or how far away?
There's no indicator,
Okay. That's
per se, of how close or how far.
Okay.
You wanna do it above your last, if you go down, you wanna do it above your last, high or area of resistance.
Okay.
But yes,
Can I just piggyback and add on that? As far as setting your stop loss or your trailing stop loss, it's an individual decision.
Right.
I mean, what your account can handle, your risk management and how you're trading on that particular portfolio. It's no set limit, you should be 5 pips on this one or 10 pips. It's an individual decision, what you're comfortable with, what you're comfortable risking in the market.
And it depends on the pair.
yeah. So know the pair, yeah, cause if you're trading crypto, everything's out the door
Yeah.
because that stop loss can get blown in a wick fast.
Right.
Yes.
So if I can, we're gonna do a quick example before we go to strategy on a stop loss, trailing stop loss for individuals.
Well, you would have to have that on the computer.
No, he just drew a line to replicate.
Oh,
So let's say that you're,
I thought you wanted me to turn it on.
oh, no, I'm just gonna do an example here so they can actually see it in real time how this
Okay.
will look. You want me to drive?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so let's just say that, this is where you're entering into the market, right here where I have entry. Can everyone see that?
Mhm.
Okay, and so this is where your initial stop loss is. Let's say that the stop loss is roughly, how many pips? It's 15 pips above your profit, your entry price. So let's say you're entering into the market and you're saying that I'm wagering to lose 14 pips in this trade. This is just an example. So if you do, in Forex, we do what's called lot sizes, right? And so lot size, like Kiana said earlier, lot sizes are your money, okay? So the smallest lot size that you can do is a 10 cents per pip lot size. It reads as 01, but it's 10 cents. So if you multiply 10 cents times 14, that's $1.40 that you're wagering potentially to lose in that situation. So if you have $100 in your account, right, potentially you can lose $1.40. Does that kill your account?
No.
No, okay, all right. So let's just say that, for instance, the current price is actually right here, right? You entered here, and let's say that now we're down here, right? This is where the current price is. Everyone sees this word current price?
Yeah.
This is where we are right now. So now what we want to do is, because we have profit, I'm going to draw a dollar. I'm going to get a dollar sign. Is that okay?
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, let's get some money going. And then keep them going to give this back to you. So we want to put that right here, dollar sign. This is where we are. This is where we are right here, dollar sign. So we want to move our stop loss down because now we're in profit. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we started here. So let's say now we are in profit from our entry. We're in profit. Sheila is excited because she has her 12 pips. And she has $1.20. Yeah, Sheila, everybody give her Sheila. All right. So now price is here, right here, right? So we want to move our stop. So our current price is here. So we'll move this here. So we want to move our stop loss down a little bit further to secure our money, right? So this means that the price should go back up. You know, it doesn't take us back at a loss. We're pretty much now at a break even. All right, so we put this right here, current price. So now we're really in profit. Price is really moving. Sorry, just run up now. Price is really moving, and now we want to. Now price is here. In trailing off stop loss, we just moved our stop loss down to whatever this price is. In this example, now our stop loss would be 1.12412, and now our current price is down to 1.12265. Someone's confused because they heard some division or some decimals, but understand that the more money that you're making in layman's terms, what we want to do is we just want to move our security, so if price should go back in the opposite direction, it'll simply just take us out with profit.
Can you show how to modify the stop loss?
Yeah, so on our phones, some of us will have MetaTrader 4, and I'll just kind of go over this briefly, and for some of us who have time afterwards, we can show you. You can, once you're in a trade on your MetaTrader 4 app, you can click the modification button, and then when you click the modification button, you can simply move your stop loss to wherever you desire to move it to, okay? We have some time. So right here, so this is time we can go right into the T-Cup strategy from here. So I'll you click a light for me. Sorry. All right, cool. So I'm going to give it back to Keith because we want to show you guys. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I have one quick
No,
question.
you're good.
If you go in and you modify your stop loss, can you modify it at any time?
Yes.
Yeah.
So while you're in the market, you can modify your stop loss at
While
any
it's
time.
moving, you can modify it. Anybody else? All right, so I want to direct your attention over here.
Yeah, my way.
T-Cup strategy. So y'all remember we talking about the 450? Now, those rules down right here. The crosses going to the upside, you buy. Market execution. The crosses down. The downside, you sell. Market execution. So that's what we just went through. Now, with the T-Cup, we're looking for a bullish and a bearish, lower high, lower low. You mark it off with the third candle confirmation. So a bullish candle, let's just say it's green and red right there, right? So we have a bullish candle, we have a green candle, followed by a red candle, right? At the same height, roughly around about at the same height. The close of the candle is roughly at the same height. Y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, second, there's only 4 rules to this. Second rule, we're looking for a lower high or a lower low. So, it would be a lower green candle or a lower red candle that didn't close up here. Okay, the close is right here. Y'all see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Next, what we want to do, we want to draw a horizontal line at the bullish and bearish candle, all the way over to price. So when you hit the horizontal line right here and place it right above there, it's going to go all the way over to price. So, Matheno, find one. Oh, yeah. All right. No, I'm just trying to show you something.
Chef.
Just right here, bullish, bearish. Y'all see how they close at the same height?
I'm sorry. I'm making a video.
Y'all see? All right.
We're gonna work on our duo. I apologize. I'm just all over the road.
You see how they close at the same height? You see how they're at the same height right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bullish followed by bearish. It needs to be a nice meaty candle. Then we have a lower what?
Low.
Low. The low is red. The lower low is red. The lower high is green. It just cannot close up here. Back up here. Now we know, hey, it's a teacup getting ready to happen. Right? And the next thing I do is draw a horizontal line right here. When I draw a horizontal line right here, all I'm waiting for is price to come up and hit here again, activate the trade, and I'm looking for it to drop. We trade the drop. So, right here.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We want to show them what the actual teacup looks like once it
Okay.
forms.
All right.
Right there.
So, right here. Wow, I drew it over there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay.
I drew it over there.
I'm sorry.
All right, so you have the bullish candlestick followed by the bearish candlestick, a lower what? High. Or a lower low. Right. So it left the zone. Right? The zone is where these 2 candlesticks are, the top here. What's my next move? If I recognize this and this, And
Draw your
this,
trim line.
draw the horizontal line
Horizontal.
right there. Right here, it goes all the way over the price. So that horizontal line that he drew went all the way over to this price right here. Right there. It's gonna highlight the price for you. The very next thing you gotta do is place a sell limit. In the phone, or from the computer, place a sell limit, set a sell limit right at the horizontal line, right at price.
Newbie question. I'm sorry. What is this? What is sell limit?
Okay, it's a pending order. Sorry. So you have market execution. You can have sell limit, buy limit, sell stop, buy stop. For all intents and purposes, we're only doing sell limits. That's it. So all you're doing is a sell limit. That's all you need to know. It's going to be a sell limit because the software right there is going to tell you everything that you need to do right there. Just remember, it's only sell limit. So write that down. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's only a sell limit.
When you're doing a teacup.
Yes, it's a teacup strategy. Okay, so at that point, all we're waiting for is price to come back and put us in the trade. Well, we actually got activated right here. Whether it's a wick or a body, once it crosses that line, we're in the trade. And all we're waiting for is price to get up here and then drop. We're trading this part from here to here.
You have a question, Keith?
So, we saying that the teacup strategy is only used to sell?
Sell limit. Sell limit. Sell limit. It's only a sell. Sell limit.
That's just market execution and.
We only want to teach them sell limit because then
Get
they're going to get
confused.
confused. I thought it was just sell limit. But those who are more advanced, yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry, man. I'm new.
You straight?
I just learned Forex today. I came in here today with this system in the front, so we just want to make sure we understand what we're talking about. So what a sell limit means that price comes up to a line. It touches that line, and it means that price is going to go back down. So you have a sell in the word sell limit. So it means that the price is going up, but once it means that it's going to come up to a certain point,
And then
it's going to drop
reverse
back
and
down.
come back down.
So the price I put my sell limit, I'm basically saying that when it comes up to whatever the number is, that I believe based on my analysis that it's going to drop
Back down. Right. That is going to drop back down. So y'all see what I've drawn from here? Does everybody understand this here? What I've drawn here?
Yeah.
Is it making sense
Yeah.
to everybody?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So bullish, bearish, lower high or lower low, leaving the zone. I'm going to wait for it to come back here, but I'm going to put my horizontal line right here. So I see this. At this point is my confirmation. My third candle is my confirmation of whether or not I have a teacup at that level. So I'm looking for this. Once I see this, that's confirmation. All I'm going to do next is draw a horizontal line right here. And it's going to go all the way over the price. That's basically the ball game. After that, teacups are only on the higher levels. So your H1, your H4, your D1, and your monthly.
So what's H1?
H1 is 1 hour. So what that means is each candlestick took about an hour to open and close to create. You know what H1? Yeah. So 60 minutes. Each candlestick took about 60 minutes. Okay, if this was the 4 hour, each candlestick would take about 4 hours. 240. Your daily, each candlestick would take about a day to form. Now, what we're looking for, did you show that chart? Or no?
No.
All right. So what we're looking for is for it to come back up, hit this line, and drop. We only concerned about this. The reason why it's called a teacup, because as you can see, I drew it out here. Here's the teacup. Here's where I'm going to drink from. Here's the handle that I hold it with. Now I'm tipping the teacup right here to drink. I put it back down, and I'm trading what I had in my hand, the handle going down. That's why teacups are all sell limits, because we understand it's coming up here, but we want to trade the part down here, going down here. Yes?
So, I see my confirmation, I draw my horizontal line, at that and I'm putting in that price
that the horizontal line went to, like whatever that number is. that's
Yes,
what that-
all the way
that's
over
the
there.
sell limit, and I'm just waiting for the however many hours to happen, an hour, whatever, and it's gonna execute for me
Right.
at that point.
Right. So with all teacups, no matter what the time frame, your stop loss is 30 pips away from your entry price. No matter what time frame, no matter if it's on the H1, H4, D1, or the monthly, it's 30 pips away from price.
What, now, how much am I losing at 30 pips, Keith?
Depends on what your risk
Can you
level
break
is.
that down for me? Like if it 1 point down to a standard. Can you just tell me what that looks like?
0.01, maybe what, like $3?
$3.
$3. 0.01. Everything is according to how much you want to risk in the market and what you have in your account. Please do never over leverage your account.
What
The
should I
only
risk?
time,
I'm sorry, how much should I risk on every trade?
okay, there's a chart. There's a chart. Yeah. There's a trading chart so that you don't make a mistake. Okay, there's a trading chart that we all trade with so that you don't make a mistake, so you don't over leverage your account. So you shouldn't go any higher than about 2 to 4% of your account, of whatever's in your account. Don't go over that. Any more over that, and that trade starts to go into drawdown, and I'll explain to you what drawdown is, you'll start getting nervous. Because you'll start to see on a $100 account, you may be $30, $40 in the hole.
Over.
Over leveraging that account is a surefire way to lose. So build your account slowly. Now, does everybody understand this piece?
Yes, sir.
Does everybody understand what the H1, H4, D1 monthly is? Now the difference between the amount of pips is 25 for each one. Y'all see that, right? H1 starts at 25, H4 is 50, D1 is 75, monthly is 100 pips.
That's
No.
what I can make on the trade.
Yes,
Alright.
that's what you're looking to clear on that actual trade. Now, some of these trades run even further. And then that's when you want to, know what your 50 is and what's going on. Now, I can tell you some things, even though this is simple, some things that can make this go against you. News. No matter how much you've drawn up your technicals or whatever the case is, if news comes out with that particular pair, it can go against you. The trade can go the opposite way.
Wow.
Okay? So keep that in mind. So don't just put the trade on and just leave it. Monitor where your 4 and your 50 is. Yes.
Where do I find the news at?
Okay. So,
You bring up a lot of stuff.
okay, hold tight. For if in the Gold Cup, it is right here. It's going to put it up right here next to the actual pair. So if you see a little icon, I don't know if they got the icons. If you see a little icon that's telling you, hey, it's news for this pair, then go to it, look at the news, and see if it's going to affect that pair. You don't have to take every trade that's out. Pick one that don't have news coming out.
Where else can I go to find news?
You can go to
Forex Factory.
Forex Factory, so many different news. What else?
Investing.com.
Investing.com,
FX Street.
FX,
FX
Street. But understand, with this software that we get in
already gonna be
IML, you
there.
don't have to go nowhere else. It's gonna populate for the particular pair right there.
That's good.
Okay, so you don't have to go to this website, that website, jump here, jump there, look back. You don't have to do all that. If there's news, it will populate right here. Just pay attention if something has news that's populating on it, and just don't take it. Take another one. Yes.
Are you putting a take profit in when you're doing the teacup?
Yes, 25 pips away from, okay, so depending on the time frame, you're gonna put it in either at 25, 50, 75, or 100 pips, depending on what time frame you're on. And I'll show you how to cheat that and do it real easy. Okay, I just wanna get through this part right here. So news can affect, also, what also can affect that I taught y'all earlier?
Crossing.
The 4 and the 50 cross. If that 4 and that 50 cross, if that 4 crosses that 50 going to the upside, do not take that teacup. It is not going to do this. It's going to blow past your 30 pip stop loss completely. It will be invalid. So if the 4 crosses the 50, you don't place that teacup. But what did I teach y'all? If the 4 crosses the 50 to the upside, marks and execution, buy. You still make money when it does that. Market execution, buy. get what you need, put your trailing stop loss on, or get what you need and get out of the market. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, oh, we talk about this.
Well, you're getting a lot of exercise, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. All right, so with the software, it's going to tell you future teacups. It's going to tell you pending teacups. Okay, and you see over here, you can pick the H1, H4, or D1. Excuse me, D1. This is, hey, pay attention. This is, hey, this is getting ready to happen. This is, hey, it's already fired. Trade's already run. So open it up, take a bird's eye view, look for this. Can you, okay, so when you click it open, oh, you can't see that. Huh?
Lights.
No, it's over on this side. You can't even see it. You can't see the cup.
You can call it up. You can say what it is.
Okay, so
Yeah, Swiss franc, JPY.
Swiss franc. Where you at?
Right here.
Down in the middle.
Right here.
All right, Swiss franc JPY. You can't see it because of the screen. I don't know how to move it over, but there's a fuchsia colored teacup right here. So you see the future teacups, right? In blue, right? And what's also on this chart is what? The 4 and the 50. You see it says 50, you see it says 4. The 4 and the 50. Just monitor it to make sure that it's not close to crossing. Then, if it's not crossing,
You're okay.
you good money. So, here it is right here. Bullish, bearish, lower, low. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mateo, can you bring this up? Just bring
Can you do that?
Yeah, I got it.
What in the world? You put all these stop losses on there?
I'm sorry. You gotta stretch it out.
Oh, what is this? What?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
On the side where price is, you have to pinch it or
Yeah.
pull it back the other way.
Okay.
No, pull it closer to it.
Why is this keep making stop loss?
Let me
Maybe refreshing.
refresh it. Yeah, exactly.
You make your own stop losses on there. That's crazy.
Y'all done broke it.
Well, this is live like when the market is live, right?
Yeah.
So so right now, this is not live because the market is actually closed. All right, so we over here again. So 25, Mateo, pull up trading view. Just go back to trading view. And I'm going to show you how to set your stop loss and your take profit. Real easy. Okay? How it gets done real easy. Even though this gives it to you. All right. So, we come over here to the long and short position tool. Can y'all see that?
No.
Man. All right, so y'all see how it says short? You see how it says long and short?
Yep.
Which way are we looking for? To go long or go short?
Short.
We're looking to go short. Okay, remember, the bull candle goes up, or it's the high, right? Or it's considered going long for the bull candle. The bear candle we're looking for is called, it's the low. We're also looking to call it the short. So if somebody says, hey, I'm shorting, that means I'm selling. If I'm going long, that means I'm buying, right? Okay, now, I come over here, I'm looking for the short position tool. I take the short position tool, I click it and put it anywhere on the chart, anywhere. And then, where is, and go to settings, and then, what do I want to put price at? Let's say price is here, 1.17665. So I come over here, 1.17665. I come over to here, and then I want to do my profit. Now my profit if I'm on the H4 is what?
50 pips.
50 pips, right? I erase what's here, I put 5, 0, and a 0 for the ticks. So 50 pips is gonna look like 500, okay? And my stop loss for this is what?
300.
30, so 300.
Is what? It's how many pips?
30.
30 pips. What does 30 pips look like?
300.
3, 0, and a 0 for the ticks. So I come over here and I click, and then, where'd it go? Wow, this thing is acting crazy.
Maybe did it go over by price, where price is? Back to live market?
Nah, because this is not, okay, let me do this again. Short position to here. This setup is different than mine. Settings. So let's say I'm gonna be priced where it is, and I'm gonna do 500, and I'm gonna do 300. I'm gonna press here, and then I come back and I right click it, and I go to settings, and it gives me my exact stop loss away from that price, and it also gives me my exact take profit away from that price. Easy way to not have to sit there and manually count pips. Y'all get that?
Yes.
Y'all get that?
But if you're on the phone, you're gonna have to manually.
Oh yeah. Well, if you're on the phone, it's a different story. If you're on a computer, you can do this. Okay. But with the software, you don't have to. It's gonna give you your stop loss and your take profit.
Take profit. That's good.
So I come from the school of thought. I learned how to trade before this software came out. So that's why I do a lot of stuff manual. I draw it up. I mark it up. You know, I'll learn these different tips and tricks on where to look for stuff and how to get what I need out of it. So you don't have to become a trader like me. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to do what any of the rest of everybody in here that's technical does. You don't have to do that. The software gives it everything to you. Where is it? Right here. So I'm just gonna pick.
Does Trading View work the same on your phone? You put it on your phone? So I know I have downloaded it on my phone.
You can go to Trading View from your Google, I guess, and then you can put the information on your phone from there.
Right.
Right, but it's just a little difficult because the phone
Small.
is not so big.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't think it has some of those tools too.
On your phone?
On your phone, yeah. It's mainly better for like your indicators and like doing the technical stuff, but not, you can't do all of that he was just doing. Not from your phone.
Questions?
I did have a question, but it's not coming out.
This thing.
Is it the internet lagging?
Can you hit refresh?
Nah, that ain't gonna help it because we refreshed and it wanted only to here. So
Okay.
for all intents and
You gotta
purposes,
close it and log out, log back in.
it's still the same. It's still the same.
What if you minimize your screen, sir? There it is. It's up.
Is everybody confused? Is anybody confused about any of this? Come up, take pictures, ask questions. Does anybody have any questions on any of this? Okay, so all you're looking for is a bullish and bearish candlestick. A red and a green candlestick, and your third candlestick is your confirmation. So even if you're out there in any of the pairs, because this works on all 32 pairs. Now, what the software doesn't call for is on crypto. But if you know the strategy, you can fire it in on crypto. Okay? So take pictures. If you got questions, ask questions. I'll leave everybody my number. It doesn't matter, whatever the case is. Send me a text. I'll respond back. You know, if I'm in a meeting or if I'm on the highway driving, I'll get to it when I get to it, but I'll respond back to you. You know what I mean? So we all in here to learn. I know this is over some people's heads, and that's okay. But by the second or third time you've seen this, you got it. You got it. And once you got it, that's it. Because it's only 4 rules. It's only 4 rules. You're looking for a candlestick like this, candlestick like that, and the third one. These two need to be at the same height. That's it. And once you recognize this candlestick, just draw the horizontal line, go grab the horizontal line and bring it right to the edge of that, click it, and it'll go all the way across the price. That's it. And you just wait for it to come back. You just go into and press sell limit at price. And how do you know how many pips to do? Well, based upon where you saw the, what time frame you saw this and this on. That's it. So if you saw it on the 1 hour, you know you're looking for 25 pips. If you saw it on the 4 hour, you know you're looking for 50 pips. If you saw it on the daily, you're looking for 75. Monthly, you're looking for 100. Just bear in mind, I'm going to caution everybody, does never have to hit your take profit. It never has to hit your take profit, so don't be greedy. If it gets to 23 and it was supposed to do 25,
take it.
Close it out. Don't let it go back all the way to 5.
Yeah,
Just take it. A win's a win. Yes. Yes.
Do we have to be constantly looking at this, or can we put it in and just go away from it?
You see, this is set up for somebody to identify, see it, place the trade, place your stop loss, and place your take profit, walk away. I would monitor it. I wouldn't just totally leave it. I would monitor to make sure that this is not happening. To make sure that this is not happening. That's it. So I'm going to watch and see that this didn't happen, and I'm going to watch and see that this didn't happen. If neither one of those happen, you should be good money. Who else had it? I saw another hand.
And also, you can put alerts for those 2 things.
Yes. So that goes further into the hole, and we can go there since she said something. There's an app called Call Levels. Okay? You go and get the app called Call Levels. And you set the call levels to alert you right before this gets ready to happen. So we know price is going to happen here. It's going to put me in a trade here. I probably want to set a call level at this level to alert me. Hey, it's going to wait. Hey, the 450 is nowhere near. Hey, let me take a peek. Is there any news? There's no news. Okay, we good. But if I set the call is getting ready to cross 50, oh, let me delete this. Let me delete this. I don't want that trade. If I see news is getting ready to come out, roughly around about the same time on that particular pair, let me just go ahead on and delete this one. Let me find another pair that there's no news happening and the 4 is not nowhere near the 50. I'm good money at that point. This strategy here was developed by LaSaldo. This strategy is about 94 or so % accurate. He wins between 9 out of 10 trades. 9 out of 10 trades. If you learn this,
I haven't lost yet.
undefeated. Hasn't lost yet. I'm gonna tell you this. This is the #1 premier product in IML. Yes, the Gold Cup. This is the #1 premier strategy. Gold Cup was developed by the gentleman that came up with the strategy, and it's his baby, so he's got his hands on it all the time. That's why the thing is constantly evolving. Yes.
Can I hold this? So this is what I've noticed. So if you're in this right here, right, the 4 is up here moving through this. But when it's coming down, sometimes you'll have the 50 move down here. Have you noticed that those are less likely to hit?
If the 50 moves down where?
Down under price.
Yeah, it's in the sell. It's in the sell then. If price.
Even though price comes up here like this.
If price, okay, so let me. Okay, so the 4 actually sits right almost on the candlestick. So if you see the 4 going anywhere towards the 50, then you know it's a situation. But if the 4 is, if the 50 is down below and the 4 is
Up here with price.
up here with price, that's a buy. It could come up to a
Potentially
point.
keep going.
Yeah, it could keep going, or it could find its resistance and come back down, or whatever the case is. But normally, the 50 is up above,
Right.
because it's the last 50 candlesticks.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, I've just seen some like this, and then mine didn't, they
Well,
activated, but they didn't.
Was it a teacup that activated, or was it something else?
It was from the thing, that's why I wanted to show you, because it was the one that you were looking at was doing it
Okay.
at the time. Huh? They do that, but have you noticed that they didn't activate, right? Like they'll keep going?
You don't want something to activate if it keeps going.
Right,
You don't
but that's
want-
what I'm saying.
No,
So I'm trying to- I was trying to figure out-
Okay,
It's a
so
buy. It's a buy.
what you
Right.
were looking at, the trade didn't activate yet, because it didn't get to that point where it went from a
It didn't hit
future
the sell
teacup
limit.
to a gold or what color is that? Orange looking teacup. It didn't activate yet. That's why it didn't go in. It didn't activate yet. It didn't get to where it needed to go.
I thought you were talking about the 50 and the 4, I'm sorry, I missed it.
No, I was talking about the 50 and the 4. The 50 goes under price like that, and then price is actually up high. And so mine have kept going.
Because it didn't
Well-
activate yet. That's all it is. It just didn't act, it didn't get there and activate.
It goes through.
Right,
It
he
goes
said
through
it happened
If
price.
it-
something.
Through activation.
Okay, so if it goes through, then that means, okay.
That was
here's
one of the
another thing.
teacups
We
that
only
she
take the
should've
first
took.
and second teacup off of any line.
Right.
That might have been the third teacup.
Right.
Okay, that.
Okay, that's why price breaks through.
That
So you only
makes
take the first, okay, so this comes here and does this once, okay? And it drops and it gives me my pips. I want to then go back and put another sell limit right back at the same price. Because price is gonna come back here and do this again and drop again. On the second drop, it's going to give me more pips than it did the first drop. The next time it comes back to that line, it's not more liable to bust through that line.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
maybe
do
that's-
not take the third teacup.
Maybe
Take the first, 2 teacups off of any line of resistance. Only take the first and the second one. If you take the third one, that is up to you.
Right.
Sometimes they happen, but sometimes they break through.
Go last week. It went up.
Question, yo. Okay, we got 10 minutes. What questions do y'all have? Are y'all clear on any of this? Some of these questions is because we have advanced people with non-advanced people, but I will break it down and answer every question. So please don't feel intimidated.
Everything is simplified, so what Keith did was he gave you, if we were looking at a football, basketball play, he took you from day one not knowing anything about basketball. Today we were running plays. And so what we're gonna do though, we're gonna reverse this back next week, and we're really gonna break this down much more simplified. Because it's a very simplified strategy. Now, I wanna talk to the person that's like me in the room, who's like, it's $5.3 trillion up for grabs every day. Just show me the easiest way to get to it. I know there's a lot of other stuff. You can go all the way out to the moon and back. Show me the easiest and most simplified way to do that. And so we'll show you how to use the scanner, which does give you the answers. And we'll really break things down every Saturday. That really breaks down just small segments so you can digest that. And then that way you can actually execute that. The second thing is that for all the new people that are here, everyone that's new, by the time that you go through basics 1 through basics 4, you'll hear words like support resistance, pullback. You'll understand that terminology. You'll understand that knowledge. So don't think that you have to know all of this to become a multi-millionaire or even to replace your income, because you don't. You can understand a simplified small strategy, and you can replace your income. You can make a lot of money. And so with that being said, keep coming out, keep coming back. Next Saturday we're here again from 10 o'clock to 12:30. It's typically when we're done, and then we're back again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. until 8:30, 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 6:30.
We're here to midnight.
6:30 to 9 o'clock.
We're here to midnight.
6:30 till the money run out.
Yes, ma'am.